Welcome class. Today we will continue with chapter 14, Little Girl Wiser Than Man. In our previous video we had done half of the chapter. So let us have a quick revision of the earlier video. So the story starts with two girls who came to meet with each other outside the farmhouse. They both were dressed in new frocks. The girls' names were Malasa and Akloya. So they were just playing with each other, and after playing, an idea stuck into their mind. They went inside the puddle and started to splash water. So Akloya told Malasa not to splash water. But Malasa did not listen to Akloya, and Malasa splashed dirty water in Akloya's new frock. So Akloya's mother came to them and started to scold Malasa. Malasa also started to cry very loudly, and she could be heard down all the street. So Malasa's mother too came towards them. Now we will start the chapter. "What are you scolding my girl for?" said she, and began scolding her neighbor. One word led to another, and then they had an angry quarrel. The men came out of the crowd, and crowd collected in the street. Everyone was shouting and no one was listening. Now Malasa's mother also came and started to fight with Akloya's mother. Listening to both the ladies, many men came out in the street and started to quarrel with each other. They were not listening at all. They all went on quarreling, and the affair had very nearly come to blows when Akloya's old grandmother, stepping in among them, tried to calm them. Now the quarrel was at its peak. Everybody started to fight so badly that the situation was near to blows. After that, Akloya's old grandmother, she came and she tried to calm down the situation. "But what are you thinking of, friends? It is right to behave so. On a day like this too, it is time for rejoicing and not for such follies as this." Now Akloya's grandmother is trying to calm down the situation. She is saying all of them to stop the quarrel, but nobody is stopping this situation. All of them are fighting with each other. But Akloya's grandmother, she is saying that it is time for rejoicing. Why do all of you not understand this, and all of you are fighting with each other? This is not a good thing. They would not listen to the old woman and nearly knocked her off her feet, and she would not have been able to quiet the crowd if it had not been for Akloya and Malasas themselves. While the women were abusing each other, Akloya had wiped the mud off her frock and gone back to the puddle. But nobody listened to Akloya's grandmother. They were busy with themselves. Akloya's old mother was also not able to stop the crowd. Now Akloya and Malasa, Akloya had wiped the mud out of her frock and she had gone back to the puddle. She took a stone and began scraping away the earth in front of the puddle to make a channel through which the water could run out into the street. Now Akloya took a stone and she started to make a channel through which the water could run out of the street. Presently Manasa joined her and with a chip of wood helped her dig the channel. Just as the men were beginning to fight, the water from the little girl's channel ran streaming into the street towards the very place where the old woman was trying to pacify the men. The girls followed it, one running each of the little stream. Now both the girls, they took stones with them and they were trying to make a tunnel through which water could flow down, and they were ready with the channel through which the water would flow, and the stream ran along with the street, and the girls were also following along with the stream, one running each side of the little stream. So both of them were running each of the side of the little stream. Catch it, Malasa, catch it, shouted Ekloya, while Malasa could not speak for laughing. So both the girls were very happy with the stream which was running. Both were happy and they were laughing very loud. Very delighted to watch the chief floating along on their stream. The little girl ran straight into the group of men, and the old woman, seeing them, said to the man, "Are you not ashamed of yourself to go fighting on account of these lasses when they themselves have forgotten all about it and are playing happily together? Dear little souls, they are wiser than you." Everyone looked at the little girls and were ashamed, and laughing at themselves went back to their homes. Now both the little girl, they were both happy, and they went straight into the group of men and women who were fighting in the street. Now the old woman, who was Ekloya's grandmother, she said to both the all the men and women present over there, she told to them that, "Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Why are you fighting on account of these lasses? Though they have forgotten it and they had begun friends again, but you are fighting instead. These little souls, they are wiser than you." So everyone was looking at the two little girls and were ashamed at themselves. And after that, at last, everybody went to their home. So students, we should never fight with our friends and our elders. So today we have completed our chapter. Your homework is to go through the chapter. So students, that's all for today. Thank you.